Hey guys, I'm back. It has been a while. January, early January, mid January. Went on vacation, come back for a week of rest and relaxation. Come back, got off the plane, went to work the next day, and left work sick. And it's been three, 3.5 weeks at least. Been to the doctor a couple times. They don't know what's going on, but I don't know. They've got me on some medication right now. So anyway, I am back to the garage. Hopefully, give you a real quick update of what's going on here, what I have gotten done. But nothing has been touched in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So just a little bit before we went on vacation, I'd done some stuff to the old truck. So just a real quick update where we're at, where I need to be. The tailgate tour is probably not going to happen now with this truck. We're less than, I think, 4 weeks out. I think that's March 24th, and I'm pretty sure this is not going to happen now. I was hoping to, but I didn't plan on being out 4 weeks right now with just vacation and not being able to come back from this sickness that I've had. So crud, or whatever you guys want to call it. Everybody calls it a little bit different, but anyway, just a real quick update. I'm going to flip this around, show you guys what we got going on with some of this stuff on this truck that I've been doing, and show you kind of where we're at, where we're going to continue to be. I got another goal for a date set in mind now, so we'll see what we got for that. I'll lay out some plans now to readjust the schedule for the last 4 weeks that we've missed with this truck, but I'll show you what we've got done before I went on vacation, and then show you where we need to be. Maybe touch base on a little bit on where the next goal could be. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you know. Maybe not this video, maybe the next video. We'll see where I get with progress on it. Like I said, if I don't have dates on stuff, sometimes it's hard, or goals, I guess. Sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. So that's another reason why I'm trying to do this channel, is just to keep myself motivated and hold me accountable for getting some of this stuff done and getting these dates done on these trucks. So I got a lot of projects going on. It's a nice rainy day here in Tennessee. It's supposed to be flooding all weekend. 3 to 5 inches of rain again this weekend. We got, I don't know how many inches this week, so I need a pontoon boat's what I need instead of a truck, so if I want to get anywhere. So anyway, another cool day here in the garage, but we'll flip this around. I'll give you an update on what's going on real quick, and then we'll finish this up. So all right, so last time I did this video, I'm not for sure how far I got on it, but I had the rocker panels and the cab corners all stripped down and all stripped out. So what I did is cleaned up all the welds on them, knocked down some of the rough spots. The last video I showed, I think, is probably really rough with the welds on here. They didn't knock anything down on it. They just boogered them all up and left it as is, and then just mudded over the top of it. They didn't even grind the welds down. So those are a little bit difficult to look at. So I knocked them down a little bit, threw some, I like that metal, I call it metal mud. So put that metal mud on there, and I like it. It's pretty stiff stuff to work with, so probably regret it someday if I ever get back to doing this truck the right way. But right now I'm just trying to do it to get it to summer until I get the other cab ready to roll. But like I said, this spot up here had some holes and stuff in it. We got them fixed up. So like I said, this is not a show truck. It's going to be a driver, and it's going to be good enough for me right now. So until I get to the point, but that's where we're at with that. I got a little bit of sanded down there on the bottom done. There's some stuff up there. I put some, cut out some metal and welded in some new metal on that. So that turned out a little bit better, but I just got to get her knocked down, and then we'll get her touched up. Same thing with the back. I started on the back a little bit. So again, I'm not a body guy either, so I'm not for sure what I am. A tinker, I guess, with no really anything that I 100% do that's very smooth. Anyway, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer getting it done. So anyway, YouTube videos. I wear out my brother on body work, but until I get to doing it, I think I can do it, and then I physically do it, and it takes me a little longer to do it when I do that. So I think I can do it. So as long as you think you can do it, I guess. So it might take you a little longer. So that's where I'm at with this project. So anyway, with pretty much everything, I think I can do it, and then, well, there you go. So we did strip the roof down. I got the the rain gutter all stripped out. It's all cleaned up. All the silicone and seam sealer and all that stuff's knocked out. So I need to get some more seam sealer, and I'm going to clean that all out real good, get that degreased, and I'm going to seam seal that up, and then we'll work on getting this primed and painted up. But, I mean, that's where we're at with some of that. Looks pretty rough, but that's kind of what we got going on. And then I've not got around the, I need to get the sand around the rubber, the trim around the windows and stuff. I've not got the front done yet, so that's going to take a little bit more time. I got these cleaned up a little bit around here for the trim pieces, and I found the other side does not have all the trim pieces on it, so I might have to weld me some tabs on it or see if I can get the, I think they actually make an adhesive that you can glue on the trim. So let's walk around the other side and show you what's going on. This, guys, this front grill, I don't like the billet grill. I never have on this truck, so I'm going to strip this white paint off of it. This white paint and the roof paint on this truck, I believe, is the same paint that I bought to do the paint on the bedside. It is really a bright white color. It looks okay, but when you put it next to the factory white, it's more eggshell colored. I'm not good with my color codes, but eggshell colors. So I think it would match everything, but I'm going to strip this down and buy a new grill insert to put in it. I think it'll look a lot better. And this one, we'll see what it looks like when I get it stripped down. I started stripping it, but that paint's really on there really good. So I'm going to have to use some aircraft stripper. I've used that stuff in the past, and it's worked out pretty good. So I'm going to use that and see if I can get that stripped down, cleaned up, and then buy me a new insert. It's wrinkled up on the corners, but I'm not worried about it. We'll see how bad it looks when I get it stripped down, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, let's flip around here to this side. So I got more roof shots here. So it's pretty much stripped down pretty good, I think. Like I said, I'm going to clean it up, finish it, clean it up a little bit. And then we'll get some seam sealer in there on the seams up here. And then we'll get that cleaned up, seam seal it. And then I'll get a good coat of primer on it and go from there. Now this side is not as bad as the other side was, and I don't think I'm going to dig as far on this side. But I've started digging out on the cab corners a little bit. So there's a little bit of mud in there, but it doesn't look like they've been replaced. The other side had a big dent in here where they got it too hot. And then this doesn't look too bad. Like I said, I think I'm not going to dig as far in onto this side as I did the other side, because I think it's in better shape. But we'll see. I'll get to sand through it and hopefully not sand through it completely, because that's what I got into problems last time. And I know the mud on the other side was starting to flake up really bad, so I knew it had to be fixed a little bit better than where I was going to leave it. So anyway, I'm going to strip this all down in here, get that cleaned up, and then I'll hit it with some paint. But that's about where we're at. I got the light and stuff all unhooked up here. Like I said, I'm not getting the back of it cleaned up yet, but it's going to be a little time consuming getting this all cleaned up around these areas around here. So once I get that done, that'll be the biggest headache with the roof, I think. But we'll go from there with that and see. Here's the tabs on this side. This is what I was talking about. There's a tab here that's gone, a tab here. Here's one on this side. I'm not got cleaned up yet, but it holds that trim to go around the edge. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think there's some 3M makes an adhesive. I could probably glue the strip on there, but we'll see how. I got to take the other one off the yellow truck first and see how it works out, how it actually goes on there. So I've not got the door swapped out on this side, guys, so the black door's still on here. I'm going to leave it on there until I get ready to get to that quarter panel, or not quarter panel, sorry, the rocker panel on there. And once I get to that, then we will see what it looks like. But not too bad a production. I mean, progress on it. I mean, there's a lot still left to do, but like I said, I don't think this side's going to be as bad, because I don't think I'm going to go as far on this side. But it's just a matter of some other stuff that just get going on it. Just got to get through this. The weather's supposed to be down in the 20s for the highs next week, so that's not going to help with the lack of heat in the garage. And same thing with me being sick. Still is up and down day to day on what's going on with me. So we'll get through it. Anyway, hopefully I get through it anyway. I'm not done anything yet with the frame on the back half of it, with getting it cleaned up. But all that's going to be stripped down. I'll get all that cleaned up. and we'll get a good coat of paint on it. The mufflers and stuff on this, the exhaust, not too bad, but I wish they didn't weld. They welded all this stuff back to, they welded it right to the bottom of the bed, so I had to cut it all off. So I'm going to find out a better way to do that, see if I can't remount it. I'd really like to put one 3-inch Y pipe coming off the header, and then coming off with one exhaust pipe coming out the back with one muffler on it, and dumping out over the axle. But I know that's limited on space above the axle and stuff, but it's not that low. The old yellow truck I had, I did it like that. I could have done a much better job at it, but it turned out okay, and it sounded pretty good when I got done. And it was, you couldn't see it. It was tucked up underneath the back wheel, so you couldn't see it when it was done. So I have got the inside. I don't know if you've seen the inside yet, but probably have. So I removed the tank a couple weeks ago as well. So the back of it's not too bad, and I don't think I'm going to touch the inside for a while. We'll see. It will get a good cleaning, maybe undercoated a little bit, cover up some, just make it a little bit quieter maybe. But I got the gas tank out of it, got it out and got it drained a couple weeks ago. And then I got the other mounted. I think one of the videos shows that I mounted it in the back. So I got this pretty much sanded down and cleaned up. The tank's mounted in there. Now I'm just waiting on fuel line to come in, and then I'm going to mount all my fuel pump and my fuel filters and stuff. It's not an internal pump, so it's going to be an external pump. I'm going to leave the one that was on there because it worked. So I'm going to mount, I think I'm going to mount it all right here on this cross brace, because one, is out of the way. Two, I can get to it really easy if I have to, and the filters and everything. So I'm going to probably get all the lines and stuff ran, and then once I get the bed back on it, then I'll figure out a better idea on mounting the lines solid so they're not rubbing anything. So I put the gas tank in it. It's off to one side a little bit more than I'd like it to be. It'll work, but if I was going to do it again, I'd shift it to the left a little bit because it doesn't line up in the frame exactly like I liked it. But it lines up at the hole that I had in the bed, so it might be a little off for this frame compared to the last truck I had it in. So, but anyway, I'm going to mount all this stuff. I'm going to mount it down here on this cross member, just because I think it's going to be out of the way up here. It's not going to be on the side of the frame. I'm not really seeing any videos on people mounting external pumps. Most everybody puts the internal pump in the tank, so I'm not planning on doing that just because I don't want to. I've already got an external pump, and it works fine. So I'm going to just mount it all back here. It'll be out of the debris, easy to get to if something happens to it. And then, I think it's just going to be the easier way to do it. So anyway, waiting on line to come in, and I'm going to start running out my lines through there, and then run them back up on the inside of the frame. And I'm going to also run, I got to rerun my, I got to extend the lines for the sending unit, because the truck sending unit did work. This one did work in this tank, so I'm going to get that. I got to run a longer wire for that, so that's what this is. And then I'm going to run a kill switch on this too. I don't know how many people do that, but I've always ran a kill switch on my fuel pump. It just makes it a little bit harder to get borrowed, if you want to say that. If you got a kill switch hid somewhere on it. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I've not done one on a computer. I don't know what you want to say. A computer vehicle, a fuel injected vehicle. I've never done one on them, so I'm going to try it on this. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I'm just going to run it between the power line to the computer and go from there with it. I don't think it'll be any issues. It's either going to start or it's not. It's going to be either on or it's going to be off. I could be wrong about that. So, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to run a wire from the fuel pump up front anyway. So I'm going to tie it into the toggle switch underneath the dash somewhere, underneath the hood. Who knows where I'll put it, but you guys got ideas. I know you've done it before in the past with your vehicles. So I've done it with every one of mine. So that or the ignition. So anyway, I'm going to do that. And then we'll get this back buttoned up. And I'm going to start stripping the rest of this frame down and getting it ready for some paint and getting it cleaned up a little bit. Now, you can't tell, but when I redid the back, the trailing arms and the rear end and stuff, it's all been done. Of course, it's got all this body filler on it, dust on it, so you really can't tell it has been done. But underneath the frame, well, The trailing arms have all been done. I got new bushings in there. The shocks are pretty new off the other truck. The springs are new off the other truck. And then I cleaned up that rear end, the brake drums and all that stuff. And it's got new U-bolts and stuff, so it looks fairly new. There are some stuff I'm going to still change up on it. And then, of course, I'll get the rest of this all cleaned up and get it jacked up, and so I can get underneath of it a little bit easier. Give it a good coat of black paint. And get the old rattle can after it. And give it a good cleaning. So, and go from there with the frame. So I'll get that cleaned up. And then, like I said, we got to get hitting this truck pretty hard on this thing. I would love to have it ready to go by spring now. Like I said, the goal was 3 months ago when I started ripping this apart. It was going to be the tailgate tour for March the 24th, and it's just not going to happen, I don't think. I've got too much to do. It's not going to be 100% correct. I've told you guys that at the start of this project. It's not going to be a show truck, so I'm not going to cut all the cab corners and the rockers and all that stuff off. This is going to be a patch job for this cab until I get back to fixing this cab up, and then I'm going to clean it up, make it really nice, and then swap it back when I get it done. But I need a frame and get it lined up, and you guys have seen the other videos to get this one taken care of. But this was going to be the goal, to get this one done by March 24th, and I thought it's going to be the easiest way to do it. And at the time, it still is, but it was at the time. This is the time. It's still the easier way to do it, to get it done for this next goal that I've got in mind. So we'll see if the weather holds out and my health holds up here. I'm going to try and get this stuff knocked out and see how these next couple weeks go, and see if we can get this thing at least, like I said, it doesn't even run now because I don't have the fuel system all hooked up. So I got some updating to do on that. And then I don't know. We'll see what happens. I still have yet to find a store here locally that sells the paint that I want to buy to put on this thing. So that's been a struggle too. And, Google and stuff has not been a user-friendly friend right now because, I don't know, I can't find anything. And then you call them and, no, we don't sell that product. Then Facebook groups, you ask about that, and they're hours away for this stuff. So I got a place that can order this stuff, but I've never ordered paint, so I guess that could be an option. I mean, they're right down the street where I can order it from, but I've never ordered paint. I've always went to a paint shop and bought the paint and everything I need to buy it all at one place. And of course, when you buy it there, if you have questions, the guys usually mixing the paint up and selling it are knowledgeable about questions about that, so they got some kind of answers for you. So anyways, guys, that's a real quick update with the old mutt truck / moon pie truck here. Like I said, I'll try and get some more updates as we go, but right now I thought I'd just give you guys a heads up, give you guys an update on what's going on, because it's been a while since I have been in the garage. So anyway, I will you guys post it up here as soon as I get something else done. But right now, this is where we're at, and like I said, I'll try and get this posted up tonight, maybe. Like I said, it's been a while since I've even touched this video or the phone or anything to do with YouTube. Other watching a couple of videos on there in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, like I said, it's been a rough go at it here. So, anyway, guys, I do have some stuff on Facebook. Instagram, I'm not user-friendly with that yet, but I'm working on it. And same thing with Facebook, trying to keep everything updated on there. So if you guys get bored, subscribe, and want good entertainment here, I'm got the entertainment for you guys. So, all right. So anyway, check out Grumps' Bowtie Garage on both of those social media pages. And if you like it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video, hopefully with some more updates. I'll talk to you guys later.